Nuclear missile ready.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Alpha X channel. I'm your boy, your host with the most. Yep, that's right, it's Gravity620. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we got a good one for you. It is going to be Alpha X versus 3DB, so hope you guys are excited and ready to go. I think we got a couple of minutes here. I'm trying to get into the lobby, trying to get into the game, but looking like we're having a little bit of an issue here. So we're gonna see what's going on. So it should be just a few minutes here, like I said. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. And all of that. Both of these teams are actually undefeated at this point. This is going to be the third game, actually, for both of these teams in this series. I guess if you could say, in the league so far this season. So it's going to be interesting. By the end of it here, we are going to be having ourselves one team that's still undefeated. The other one is going to come back as a loser. Unless somehow they can tie. I don't know how they could do that, but we will find out indeed. It looks like right now, though, they are having a little bit of issue trying to get in contact with the team leader for Team 3D. So, like I said, should be just a few minutes. Guys, I appreciate you so much. What we're going to do, while we do wait for that, we're going to go ahead and take just a short little break, so that way they can get that set up. And when we come back, we should be able to get into the first game here. I believe if we reload this here, bada bing, Zipper the Fly, I think is what we're looking for. But yeah, Zipper the Fly versus Art, looking like that's going to be the first match if they can get in contact. It is going to be on New Repungency as well, so that's going to be a little bit to think about. Looking like we're going to have ourselves New Repungency, Turbo Cruise 84, Acropolis, Thunderbird, Carlos Junction. It's going to be the last map if we do need to go to that. So, should be good. And all of that. Oh, okay. It looks like they actually did, so we won't have to go to a break. So that's really good. Getting Zipper the Fly in. We're going to get into the first match here, so should be pretty good. I'm going to take a big old swig there of my juicy drink. Actually, it's not juice. It is actually some sody pop. Some soda, depending on where you come from. So, go. Invite to party. There we go. Go. Boom. Click on that there. Ooh, we can kind of see what is going on. Make sure we can see you guys, see what you're chatting about. If you guys have any questions, feel free to. This is, again, the Alpha Team League. So always an exciting one, always a fun one to watch. Euro Week 3, so just getting into the season. I'm excited, man. We've seen some really great games, not even just from the Alpha X team, but just watching some of the other ones have been really cool. So, looks like players are getting ready here. We're in the first map section, as you guys can kind of see on the side here. Should be good. So, trying to get ourselves nice and ready to go. Actually, almost bought a new camera. I've been trying to get a second camera. I have one, but it keeps flashing in and out of focus. But almost bought one. We'll see if we can get one sometime. That way, when we do our own streams, we're going to be able to. I guess we could do like keyboard and stuff like that, or if we need to do something else. But looks like both players are ready. We're gonna have the countdown beginning here. This should be good. Whoa! I did the wrong thing. Alrighty, guys. Without further ado, let's get into it here. Let's see what we can have for ourselves. Make sure we get. There we go. Yo, cool. Alrighty, let's get into it, guys. Game number 1 here. Always good when you get into the music. And the music sounds like this. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, playing as the Protoss pieces in the pink. From Alpha X, give it up. It is Arts. Alright, and in the top right, in the red, playing as the Terran pieces. From 3D, give it up. It's Zipper the Fly. Alrighty, so here we have it ourselves, the quintessential matchup of the series, or the year, however you want to pronounce it. We are going to get into it. TVP. Lots of interesting things been happening in TVP recently, especially just more mech-centric styles been going out. We do have a little bit of a Pro Brass coming out. Pretty standard stuff at this point. I mean, you want to delay the barracks as much as possible. If you do go for something aggressive, say, you know, a couple of stalkers across the map early, an adept, or anything like that, that you're going to be able to have as much availability as possible. It's going to be one Rax expand coming out from Zipper the Fly, though. On the other side, Art is going to go for an expand himself. To throw that Cybernex core in behind this, and of course, Zipper, being the smart Terran player he is going to actually see that transpire. So Reaper does pop out here now for Zipper, as he's going to send that across, going to get the reactor follow-up here. This is, I guess it's more common. Seeing that there's not a whole lot of aggression coming out from Art, feels, you know, a little bit more confident that he can actually move out here and not have to worry about some kind of big attack coming across. So nice micro coming out here as well from Zipper. He's going to be able to not necessarily get any kills. He does put some damage on, though. But with the Adept coming out, should be able to shut this down for the most part. That Shade trying to find, for the moment, will go ahead and complete up here, as he wants to put some pressure on. Obviously, already the bunker has been started. The Marines will be popping out, so there shouldn't be any aggression or damage, per se, going to be done here. The Adept Shade does finish here, going to be taking a little bit of Marine fire. Only shields at this point, as it looks like the Reaper here will eventually jump back up after being healed. Try to get a little bit more scouting information on. And seeing that, you know what, I can't get anything done, I'm going to send that Adept right back home. Reaper's going to come out. Doesn't get the kill yet, again. Shading forward, but again, the Reaper is going to escape. This Reaper is really slippery. He's got some butter on him or something. Starport going to come down as well now. For Zipper, so just kind of a standard 1-1. Going to get the medevac and to put some pressure on here with the bunker already finished up. The Marines inside. He doesn't have to worry really, like I said, about too much aggression. Oh, the one probe like 3 away. The Shade will finish here as well, but with the cliffs, I mean, it looks like the Reaper should be able to kind of get away from this. The Art's not going to keep pursuing here. I think that's kind of a smart idea. Behind this, we do have the robotics facility coming down for Art. Going to go into a third base behind this, and you know, I think this is a good call. Even going to get Blink behind this, so this is a pretty standard Blink play on a map like this, where you have just so much open space on the side. Especially, you know, you look, there's just this open space here, this open space here, and, you know, really kind of open space right here. If your opponent isn't prepared, doesn't scout it out, can present itself some pretty big issues. Tanks do help out against this, but making sure that those tanks are in the right place is going to be the big key here. Alrighty, so the first observer going to make its way across, as he does have his Blinky boys coming in. And I don't think it's been scouted that these are on the way here. He does actually send the Reaper back, and gonna send the Marine up top. Already pretty split out here as well, so I guess you can kind of assume that he has been scouted. And that, yeah, tanks. Ooh. Yeah. Alrighty, so not too bad. Art gonna have to back up. He does lose a couple. Oh no, he doesn't lose anything at all. My bad. They just get really low. But he is able to at least kill off a couple SUVs. Puts a little bit of pressure on, but now with the second tank up in the main, I don't think this is going to get too much done at this point. behind this. He just needs to macro up. Going down additional gateways as well. And, I mean, yeah, you're just going to get Storm behind this. Get your upgrades going. And, you know, with charge completing, he can continue to put the pressure on, but doesn't want to overextend at this point. Just wants to build up his army, get it ready, keep the Terran on 2 bases as long as possible, and then, you know, once he gets that army, once he gets Storm and all that, go in for the kill, which 5 seconds away, will we have Storm. Doesn't have any High Templar. Oh yeah, he does. He's got 2 High Templar. Ooh. Okay, look, he's got 4. How many? I can't do numbers. 4 High Templar. They're going to be building up a lot of energy at this point. Stim almost done now. See a nice move out from Zipper. I say at this point, you know, Zipper's still in a pretty good spot. I mean, he doesn't have his upgrades done yet. He's getting close. He's got concussive shells started, so by the time he gets across, he will have that done. And, you know, as long as he can get sieged up, he can get some nice Raven shots off. I think this should be good, but with that Storm... Oh, he actually disables those. That's a really nice pickup there. The Marine's going to come in here. The stim is done. Storm will go off, however, and this army is just going to crumble under the pressure. We'll pick up a few units that he can, and we'll back off, but so far, I mean, Art holding very well considering, you know, not getting any damage done early on. He is going to go ahead and warp in some more units here. Concussive Shell does finish up, but I don't think at this point that's really going to matter. He doesn't have any High Templar with this army, so Storms aren't going to be there. Actually, they're in there. Sorry. Did not see that. But Blink's going to come across. Going to be able to come in there. XD is going to be pronounced. And, yeah. Art going to take game number 1 there. Pretty convincingly. There we go. So game number 1 has concluded. Alpha X dominating in the first match there. So Turboku is going to be the second map here. Looking to try to continue that dominance. Will we see a 3-0 here from Alpha X? Or will we see a back and forth? Sometimes I do like seeing those back and forths. Makes things a little bit more interesting. Gives you kind of a, oh man, this is the game that counts kind of attitude. So we will see. But just going to be a few minutes here. What the heck? For some reason it's not letting me into the game. There we go. So should be good. Gonna get into the second one here in just a minute. There we go. Match number 2 is going to be Ghost Hell versus Guitar Cheese, a ZVR. Should be good. Guitar Cheese making a recent return here. I haven't seen him play for a while, so I'm interested to see how he's doing. I know he used to be a big Zerk player. So I wonder, where's his Zerk at, and is he even going to get Zerk at this point? I imagine if he's playing random, he is, you know, pretty confident with that. So we'll see how that ends up panning out. So, waiting for the ready from both players. So should be good. Just waiting for the ready from Ghosto, and then we will get into it here. So get excited, guys. Hope you guys are having fun, seeing some great games so far, and we'll see how things go. There we go. Cool. There's the go-go. Ah, goodness. There we go. Alright guys, let's get into it here. Game number 2. Alrighty guys, without further ado, in the top right, in the red, spawning in as the Zerg pieces from Alpha X, give it up. It's Guitar Cheese. And in the bottom left, in the blue, playing as the Zerg pieces as well from 3D Clan, give it up. It's Ghost Hell. Alrighty, so ZVZ is underway here. Ghost Hell, gonna go for the kind of more standard play here. Getting the hatchery first, getting all of his stuff together here, while on the other side we do have Guitar Cheese going for a really early spawning pool here, actually on 15 supply, 16 supply, however you want to look at it. I'm just going to go ahead and make lings here, so I'm going to go straight into 6 lings. Going to get the queen, just wants to go full on aggression. Ghost Hell just now kind of starting up the spawning pool, so by the time these get here, he's not going to have any army, he's not going to have any queens, he's going to have himself a little bit of a tough time. Eventually there is going to be an expansion taken here from Guitar Cheese, but this is to slow down his opponent, not necessarily kill him. He wants to put that aggression on, wants to make sure, if anything, he can get a couple of drone kills. If he can get a couple of drones ahead, if he can even just kind of delay, you know, maybe a kill a queen or something, would it be really nice. Seeing that the hatchery has not finished, we'll go ahead and start attacking. It wants to try to limit as much as possible here. And immediately gonna start sending in the drones to deal with this, start putting on all of that great pressure. These lings getting a lot of damage done. Lings now out here for Ghost Hell, and that might actually kind of put a little bit of an end here to Guitar Cheese's aggression, but doesn't look like it actually. He's just going to continue producing lings. He's putting on this pressure. A lot of the lings here from Ghost Hell are pretty low. He's going to throw in some more lings himself here. And the queen popping out will, I think, initially kind of shut this down. Yeah. Behind this, more drones are going to come around for both players. And yeah, Guitar Cheese is still trying to put on some of the pressure as much as possible. We'll eventually go ahead and return home. No, can't really do too much more at this point. He's got those overlords in place, so if anything, I'm just going to be able to see it. Ghost Hell behind this, just getting more drones, droning up as much as possible, getting more queens. A couple of lings going to try to scout a little bit, just see, was he taking a quick roach attack? Is he doing anything like that? Speed is on the way here. We've got spine crawlers, bangling nests on the way, so it doesn't look like Guitar Cheese is done just yet. He wants to continue to put on this pressure, but for the time being, playing a little bit more defensive. Alrighty, so behind this, more and more lings being made. Actually, Roach Warren going to be coming down now as well for Ghost Hell, as the lings will just kind of move around, look and see, is there any kind of sneaky bases around, is there anything should be worried. The queen's going to be able to take out the overlords. Then a little bit of scouting, and a third base will go down now for Guitar Cheese. So I don't know if it's even going to matter here. We do got quite a bit of lings making their way across here. Speed is done for these as well. He does have a Roach Warren down now as well, so that will be, you know, nice for him. Gonna be able to get a nice surround here on the lings. Gonna cut them off. The lings from Guitar Cheese, though, will, and then here the Evo Chambers do go down to try to block this off as much as possible. But now that all the lings are dead here on Ghost Hill's side, will it even matter? He does have roaches finally popping out, so this will kind of force him back for the time being here. But does he let these finish? Does he let him finish, or does he cancel him? Looks like one will finish. The second will finish as well. He got himself a full wall here. The roach is kind of standing in as well. And at this point, if you're Guitar Cheese, you gotta be feeling pretty good stuff. You're gonna be able to get your third up and running. You're gonna be able to continue to kind of put this pressure, this aggression. You're gonna get your upgrades and all of that you really want. At the same time, keeping your opponent at home. These roaches really can't do a whole lot at this point. I don't even think they can get out. I think they're too fat to fit in between there. He's gonna have to actually take out the Evo chamber just to be able to get out, which is a mild inconvenience. Also, almost done now here for Ghost Hell as well. And on the other side, Guitar Cheese just getting units. He's getting roaches. He's got his speed on the way. He's got +1. Yeah, it's not going to be finished at the same time, or kind of delayed from what Ghost Hell has. But Ghost Hell can't move out. He can't really do too much. So yeah, he's got what, 13 roaches at this point, but Guitar Cheese has 12. He has that extra base, so he's gonna be able to produce more larvae. He's going to get more of an income, and here Ghost Hell is gonna start throwing down some Nidus automatically. Does seem from Guitar Cheese though, but I don't know if that's even gonna matter. Nidus Network's down as well. The roaches are across as they are finally able to get out. Gonna make those known. The Nidus one I'm gonna try to unload possibly here into the main. Actually doesn't. He's gonna go over here to the third, and Ghost Hell. Pretty good job. He can't really engage this too much. I guess he could. Got +1 then. Yeah, he can throw down another Nidus for him. So really just try to make sure he has Niduses everywhere. Sending in a couple of roaches here into the main, try to deal some damage. We'll be able to get a couple of drones, but the spread here from Guitar Cheese is just a little too much. Another nice one, we're going to go down, so just Niduses everywhere at this point. Try to make sure he has as much mobility as possible. More roaches in the main here, going to force Guitar Cheese back, and this is a kind of like ping pong game that really is not fun. It's like a little bit of a whack-a-mole, except for like whack-a-roach, Nidus worm kind of thing. These roaches are getting pretty low though, so let's see. He will be able to get the hatchery here at least. Ling's gonna be able to try to help with this, but roaches just can go into the Nidus and pop out, back out wherever they want to. Instead of pop goes the weasel, pop goes the roaches. And you know what? I think Guitar Cheese has had enough. He's like, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna just go for the base trade, if anything. You'll see the Nidus finish up here, and the lings, the roaches, gonna kind of come back. The big problem with this right now is if Guitar Cheese's push does not do well, if he does not clean this up, he's in trouble. I mean, there's Niduses right there in his base, basically. It looks like he's gonna have enough roaches here, though. And, a beautiful concave coming out from Guitar Cheese. Gonna be able to get into the natural here. The roaches are not sure what they want to do at this point. The drones are going to be pulled. The roaches here from Guitar Cheese actually going to get a nice surround on this army. There's just not enough here. More roaches are on the way here. 7 more roaches coming out for Ghost Hill. So the reinforcements might be able to kind of help pick this up, but is it too late here? Guitar Cheese going to just send everything into the main. Going to be able to clean up every single roach that he can. GG's going to be called, and Guitar Cheese going to get game number 2. Geez, what a game. Looking like 3D was going to be able to pull out the victory there, but just did not have enough, unfortunately. Ghost Hell will fall, and the next player going to be B. on Acropolis. B, definitely one of those players to be watching out for. Has been doing pretty good. Seeing a lot of the Proxy Tempest tournaments and stuff like that, as well as some of the other main tournaments. I believe does WCS as well. So, really good stuff. There we go. There's actually a Proxy Tempest going on right now. Here we go. So, should be just a minute here, and we will get into the next one. Hope you guys have been having fun, having the joys and wonders that you could ever have. Acropolis is going to be the next map, like I said, and we'll see B going to go up against Vindicta. Vindicta's been having a phenomenal run lately, doing some really good plays. These players have actually played each other a few times, and I believe it kind of goes back and forth. I think Vindicta might have a little bit better record against B. So, should be good. We're just waiting for the ready from B. There we go. Alright, we're going to get the countdown going. And we'll get into it here. Game number 3. So far, Alpha X has been showing some dominance, getting the victories, making it 2-0. Will we see B bring 3D Clan onto the board? Or will B fall short? We're going to find out here in just a second. So get excited. Let's get into it here. Alrighty guys, without further ado, here in the top left-hand corner of the map, playing as the Green Terran Pieces. Give it up. It's Vindicta. Why did it not go? Oh, that's why. Okay. It's like, man, that kind of looks backwards. There we go. In a production, guys. In a production. And in the top, or the bottom right, in the blue, playing as the Circ Pieces from 3D Clan, it is 3DB. Alrighty. So, spawning pool gonna come down now here for. Oh my god. There we go. Thank you, Baxter. Appreciate it. So far, not too bad. We're gonna have this hatchery coming down for B. I'm gonna go into. Actually, this is the spawning pool first into hatch. Gonna get the first racks out now for Vindicta as well, and you know, behind this, getting the expansion up, getting getting all those essentials. It would be really kind of interesting if he did go into, say, like a 16 Marine drop or something, but I believe Vindicta does love to play that mech game, so we should be seeing some of that coming out from him. Reaper will be making its appearance here in just a second. We do got some Lings as well. Queen going to be coming down now as well for B. A little bit of a lag, possibly there? I don't know. But the SCV will come in. Gonna see there are a few Lings. See that, you know, he did go indeed spawning pool first. Gonna get wrapped around and will die right before the Queen pops out and does not see the hatchery going into a layer. So this is gonna be B's crazy Nidus play. Or maybe just some quick roaches. I don't think so though. I think it's gonna be the Nidus. Something B has been doing a lot. Likes to get that really quick Ling speed. Doesn't even get the Lings. Well, Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing anymore. He does like to go for the kind of Nidus Ling play. And it's been proven to be strong. We'll see. It's gonna be roaches, however, though, so. There we go. Vindicta knows something's up, though. He is just gonna sit back with his Reaper. I hope that's not me. If it is, I'll have to probably leave. I don't know what's going on there. But no. So far, Vindicta just gonna play defensively here. He's just a Marine tank. I think against this is pretty good. He does know that there's at least something up. It is going to be Nidus play coming out from B. But will he actually scout it? This Overlord is going to be up here at top. So he doesn't know it's there just yet. The Nidus play has started. He still has yet to see it. He does have a fusion core on the way here. Is he going to go for some kind of... Okay, well... The tank C-step in the back here. The roaches gonna make their way across and try to put on some pressure. The queen gonna come out as well. Gonna be able to start taking out a lot of these SCVs. Automatically the marines, the tanks can come in here. Should be in enough range to be able to kind of push this back, but the tank will have to eventually kind of siege up. Gonna use those SCVs to be a little bit of a meat shield. The roach is gonna be coming in as well. And they are starting to get low, but the queens have enough transfuses available. Second Nidus Swarm will come down. Will be taken out though before it can actually finish here. And smart play so far. It's another Nidus. Really good place coming out here from 3DB. The tank not going to be enough. There is a Banshee on the way to try to deal with this, and for the time being, it is just a couple of queens and a Ravager. But now with the next Nidus Swarm completing, gonna find himself in a little bit of trouble here. The queen will go down, so this does help him out quite a bit. The Ravagers are going to be able to start trying to put a little bit of pressure at least onto the Banshee, but the Banshee should be able to kind of clean this up. And with the queen coming back out, this is going to be a very tough hold here. Behind this, the siege tank is just going to sit back for the time being here. Actually, it's going to start putting on some pressure to the other roaches. Another tank will come out, but will automatically get picked off here. And man, Vindicta just in a lot of trouble right now. Spore Crawler going to come down as well, and you know what? With the second Banshee coming out, he might be able to hold this for the time being here, but no, the Banshee gonna fall as well in 22 lanes. GG's gonna be called. And B is gonna get the victory there. So 2-1 now. Favorite X. There we go. GG's. Yeah, B loves Nidus. Like I said, usually does like a Nidus. Usually does like a Nidus bling thing, but the Roach thing is just crazy. Go. There we go. Try it one more time there. So GG's. Next map gonna be on Thunderbird here. Looks like it's gonna be Nika versus Mage. It's all in Russian letters. Obviously, 3D clan, Russian. Cougar. Okay. Eka Pekrin is, that's because it's a different account. Okay. Anyways, so Cougar can be the next one here for the 3D clan. Mage gonna be for Alpha X, so it should be good. Oh, I like the logo. Alrighty, guys, let's get into it here. Game number 4 in this Best of 5 series. Sounds like an Avengers movie starting. But in the top left, in the red, playing as the Protoss pieces from Alpha X. Give it up. It is Mage. Go. And in the bottom right, in the yellow, playing as the Protoss pieces as well from 3D Clan. Give it up. It's Cougar. Alright, Nekarun Haru? I don't know. I apologize if I mispronounce that. In all seriousness, we do have a PvP on our hands. The best matchup in the whole game, if you ask me. The most diverse, the most fun, the most all-out reactive style in StarCraft history. I am, of course, joking. In all seriousness, oh, it didn't, oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Cool. So, gateways down. Fairly mirror built at this point from both sides. Looking like we're going to see some standard play. Really just kind of waiting to see, do they open up double Stalker? They open up like Stalker, Sentry, double Adepts, you know, where are they wanting to go with this? So it does look like Mage going to go for the double Stalker. And Sentry Stalker are going to be coming out from Cougar. So everything looking pretty good so far. The probes again gonna come in, gonna check, see that the does he see the sentry? Okay, he does actually see the sentry out. Should know what's going on while Cougar sees. Excuse me. Sees that it's gonna be double Stalker opening. And at this point, just going to sit back. I think that's kind of the thing. Like, if you open up Sentry, you're going to see more defensiveness coming out. Already, though, we see Mage going into an expansion off of this. Going to throw down some more Stalkers. And, you know, we're just going to kind of see what he wants to do behind this. Phoenix going to come out. Hallucinating Phoenix, that is. And going to, you know, try to scout, see what's going on. He doesn't have enough for a... Well, he's only got 2, though. Let's say he doesn't have enough for a force field, but it does look like Mage just going to sit back. He's waiting for more of his units to come across. The Phoenix is going to scout, sees the Twilight Council, sees the additional Stalkers coming out. Just kind of have an idea. This is going to be a Blink Stalker play. Coming out from Mage. Warp Gate, about 3 seconds away from finishing up for Mage. And behind this, you know, gonna lose it. Oh, you hate to see that. He's gonna lose a Stalker there for basically nothing. He does have the ability now to, you know, warp in some more units here. So we will go ahead, regroup, get some more units behind this. No, what do you do? It's the Protoss in the red. You just sit back, you wait for Blink to finish up. Maybe you put on a little bit more pressure. Keep your opponent at home. But I think at this point, you know, I just don't think there's enough here. He's going to lose all of his units here. Yeah. I mean, he's even in Stalker count, but that Sentry can be the big problem child. Stalker will regroup themselves and try to get on top of this. I actually would have maybe dived onto the Sentry, but I'm not that good of a player, and I don't know how to play Protoss, so we won't even go there. Additional gateways will go down. And you know what? It's going to be seen here now from the great Cougar. Going to be able to push this back, and with the force field, going to be able to kind of shut this down. Additional stalkers are going to get warped in here. Blink finishing up for... Wow, actually finishing up for Cougar before even Mage's own Blink. He's going to get right on top of this. Going to force a recall here. And you know what? Mage is in a lot of trouble right now. This does not have the income. He doesn't have the army here. Blink will finally finish up for him here in about 5 seconds. And he is throwing down more gateways, but there's a huge army coming across here, and all he's got is a handful of stalkers. It's like those t-shirts you used to buy back in the 90s, you know, Brutus ate New York, and all I got was a stupid t-shirt. Well, Cougar destroyed my army, and all I got is a stupid shield battery and a couple of stalkers. It's kind of where it's looking at here. He's just going to blink straight into the main. Mage just not prepared for this. He does actually eventually see this, and now that he has his own blink, he could eventually blink in there, but ooh, just does not have it. Nice force field goes down. Just gonna blink forward though, and even with the probes being pulled, I don't think he's gonna have enough here. He's trying it. He's giving it everything he has. He's gonna warp in some additional units here. He just does not have the unit count, and you know, Cougar just gonna be able to blink out. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else he could do about that. You know, he's going to be able to blink back up here if he wants and just keep this loop game going for days at this point. Going to blink back, and now that he's actually wasted that blink, he's just going to go straight in. Going to deny the upgrade here and even throw down some of the production. And yeah, I mean, Mage just really playing this strong. Stim not going to finish, or Stim. Zealot Lake's not going to finish up. And yeah, I mean, Mage going to be able to blink on top of this. Maybe eventually clean this up. But the stalkers have just paid for themselves at this point. He's got a few immortals here as well. He's throwing down additional gateways. He's just, you know, he's producing himself a really nice army. He's got +1 on the way. Does he have... He doesn't have speed or anything like that. And again, just now going to be able to start getting the charge slot upgrade back again. He doesn't have any charge slots though. Or zealots at least. And here we are. Another attack. But thankfully, a lot of these stalkers are pretty low, so if he can knock them out, he's going to reduce a lot of it. But with these immortals shooting in the back, he's going to find himself in a pretty tough position here. And that is just going to allow Cougar to actually just start heading straight for Mage's base. And at this point, what do? I mean, you're warping in the best you can. You're trying to get everything going. You throw down a third, but when the enemy is knocking at your door with the mortals, with the stalkers, with the sentries, what do? I mean, he has some zealots for some tankiness, but I don't think that's going to be enough. The force field's just going to be too good here. We'll eventually have to back up to the safety of the shield battery. And this just gives Cougar the opportunity, man. He's just going to be able to keep pushing forward, keep pressing in. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to focus down the immortals. Really nice pickups there, so that's going to help a little bit. But there's just too many stalkers here. There's too many sentries. Just too many units in general. The zealots will... try to buffer for this, and I guess the shield battery's still trying to put some pressure on, but you know, it's way too much. We should be seeing Mage tap out soon. Gonna be able to get the third as well. And GG's, yep. And that is gonna be it. Gonna be tied up 2-2 now. There we go. It's going to be tied up now 2-2 in the specified series. So we're going to go to game number 5. It is going to be a TBD, so we're just going to wait and see who are the Oh, put it in my mouth. Who are going to be the ace players? I think probably either B or Cougar, obviously, since they kind of won. And I don't know, maybe Guitar Cheese or Art. I think Art might be their pull up. I think that might be their go-to here for Alpha X. I don't know. Yeah. See if we can see some inside here. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for the official ruling. But like I said, I think Art would be a good pick. I think that he's definitely kind of shown to be the strongest. I think Guitar Cheese is really good, but Guitar Cheese just coming back they may not be confident that he can do it. 'Cause especially playing random, he might get like a bad pick or something. So, see if we can reload here and see. See if they've updated it here. Like I said, either B. I mean, obviously is well known for the Nidus play. And I think Art could maybe do something against it, but we'll see. It's always a waiting game. They've got to put everything in and get ready to update it. I think I would like to see like an Art B, maybe like a Art Cougar. Art is the Picasso of Ire. Okay, so Cougar and Art, yeah. So another PvP. Obviously we've seen, Cougar's pretty good PvP. I mean, it was a very solid play coming out from Cougar. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have the... Let's see, kind of where he was at, but we'll see. Art versus Protosses, or excuse me, 3DBs. 3D Clan. Oh my god, guys, I'm tired. Cougar. We'll see here. It is going to be in Carlos Junction. So get excited as we are going to be getting into the final match to see who will remain undefeated and who will come out of this losers. Let's find out. Yeah, so without further ado, here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, playing for the 3DB clan. Give it up. It's Cougar. In the top left, in the pink playing as the Protoss pieces from Alpha X. Give it up. It is Art. Alrighty. PvP once again. Best match of all the ages. We've got the Picasso versus the Michelangelo of Protosses coming together in a clash of ultimate art. Wait. Double gateways coming out here. Actually, pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, double gateways as well. So both players again doing the same build. Pretty standard. Just wait and see. What? Here we go. Probes are going to come inside and see what is going on. Going to see the Cybernetic core timing here. It says, okay, you're not cheesing me. You're not doing anything too crazy. Interesting placements here, though. If you look, Cougar placing all of his stuff in the back, and Art just kind of pushing everything to the front. Wants to try to create as little resistance as possible. Double adapts coming out from Art. And we're going to see Cougar going for the block, as well as going to go into the Stalker Sentry style play. And yeah, I mean, these adapts, do they just sit back, try and maybe cancel this out? Do they let it finish? Does Cougar let it finish? Yeah, he's going to let it finish, alright. This is actually really nice as well here for Cougar. It allows him to get a little bit more army out before he has to worry about any adept pressure or anything like that. And by this time, the Twilight Council is going to be in the front here. The Hallucinated Phoenix is going to come out, see if this army's coming across. And, you know, maybe he gets 1 or 2 pro kills, if that. But with the Stalkers out in the front, with the Natural coming down now, I don't think he's going to get too much in. There are a couple of sentries coming across as well. Very interesting here. And an Immortal follow-up to this. He is supply blocked, so I don't think he's going to be able to get too much done. And, you know, the Phoenix is going to at least see the Robo. He doesn't know if it's going to be War Prison tech, if it's going to be an Immortal until maybe about there. Art playing it safe for the time being here. Shield batteries go down, additional gateways as well, blink on the way, and yeah, I mean, shall see the War Prism is going to come out now here for Art as he's looking to make his way across the map. Kind of a small force, but very heavy in army supply, while Stalkers coming out from Cougar. I'll be able to move down and potentially put a little bit of pressure with this. I think that Immortal is going to be the big player, though. Depending on how well Art micros this. See, it might come down to this, guys. This could decide who is going to remain undefeated in here and who will move on, as we do have the Stalkers coming in. The shield batteries on there. The Guardian Shield will go down. Some force fields will be thrown in here. The probes have been pulled. Some nice micro coming out here with the Immortal and the War Prism. Just trying to make sure he gets on top of this. The Stalkers aren't able to get to the War Prism. Additional Stalkers will be warped in here as more Stalkers go down. But he's going to be able to get the War Prism. That is going to shut down this pressure. But I think Art might have enough here. He just has so much more army supply than his opponent. More Warpins will try to come in here, but it looks like Art may have done it for the time being here. Additional Stalkers will make their way across. There is a pylon here to help kind of support this. But for the time being here, Cougar has held on, but the supply is an advantage right now here of Art. But does he just go home? He is. He's just going to go home. He's going to get some more immortals. He's got his Twilight Council come down. Additional gateways as well. And for the time being here, Cougar is safe. I don't know. I think if Art would have kept the pressure up, he might have been able to do something about it. But now, Cougar going to make his own way across. He does have Blink finished, so he's going to be able to blink up top here. But it looks like going to be met automatically here with the Immortals, with the Stalkers. And will kind of force Cougar back. Not too bad. Another War Prism will be busting out here. We finally got Blink going on for Art. Art's Sentry tickling his immortal friend. And, ooh. Art gonna have to back up here. The War Prism will fall yet again here. The Immortals, though, can be able to put a little bit of pressure on while they wait for the rest of the army to come in here. Some nice blinking. Gonna force a recall as well. Getting 3 kills on the other side. I think it did get cleaned up there. I missed what it was, but Immortals now kind of going for our yellow Protoss. And additional gateways going to be thrown down here now as well for Art. Art going to go ahead and move across. He feels like this is my time. This is where I need to go. And here we do have some Stalkers. A couple of Immortals are in the back for Cougar. If he can save this pylon, he might have himself a decent kind of fallback if he needs to warp in some more units. We're waiting for the rest of the army here. 3 Immortals should be able to kind of fare well against us. There's only 1 sentry on the side of Art here, but he is going to put a little bit more pressure on. Eventually warp in some more units here. Sentries, though, here for Art are getting pretty low, so we can't really afford too much. He is doing a pretty good job here of actually wasting a lot of the supply of the Stalker or sentries. Make sure that they can't put too much barriers in between this. Art definitely trying to be cautious here. Gonna start working on this. Those Immortals gonna be able to put a little bit of pressure on. And with the War Prism coming out, this does get really tough for Art to actually deal with. He is just gonna back up. Trying to get a nice little wrap around there. He's going to go ahead and back up. Now, worker supply is an advantage of Art here as he takes his 3rd base. But army supply an advantage of Cougar. He does have +1 though. Cougar easily going to be matching that here. And it's Hallucinated Phoenix going to scout, see what's going on. But does he see the Dark Shrine? That's going to be the big question here. Does he see... Okay. Nice attacks here. The sentries and stuff not doing a whole lot of damage. Blinking forward, not going to be able to get the War Prism, unfortunately. Just trying to find a good section in here. A lot of these sentries starting to run low on energy, so they're not going to be able to produce as much during these fights. The blink back will be very nice. Trying to block in the Immortals here. The Immortals still able to get a little bit of damage off, but Art is going to be forced into this engagement whether he is ready for it or not. Initial warp in here from Cougar as well. But the Immortals, I mean, are going to be the big heavy hitters here. I just don't know. I think right now, definitely the supply advantage is in Art's favor, but I mean, they are even on upgrades. This could be anybody's fight here. I mean, look at the units tab. 6-3, 18-1 with 3-16-4 coming out for each side. Cougar is just trying to find a good way to come in here to try to get some damage done. A Zealot hockey clip. It's not the Mighty Ducks fire green. There we go. Blinking forward with the Stalker is going to be able to get on top of a lot of this. Actually takes out all the sentries, which is really nice, but at the same time, a warp in here of these Immortals, getting so much damage done. Some DTs as well, trying to get in here. There is, however, a Photon Cannon, but it's going to get targeted down. It's going to fall as well. There is finally the Observer here, and he is going to pull himself back to deal with this. But so far, he has lost 13 workers, losing a lot of production and stuff as well. These Immortals going to be left to die as we have everything just starting to encompass here onto Art. Now, if he can defend this properly, he should be in an okay spot. The War Prism is low here, and we do have more units coming in. He will be able to take care of that War Prism. Going to shut down any more aggression here. Should be able to pick a lot of this up. Finally going to be able to pick off those DTs as well. 11 more probes do go down, and behind this, you know, finally just trying to get that third base up here from Cougar. +3, almost done now, or +2, excuse me, for Cougar. And yeah, I mean, he's getting the damage done, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's a head worker, but his army count is just not that high. If he can somehow just get a really good engagement, he should be fine. But it does look like Cougar wants to just kind of blink his way into the main. We may see ourselves into a little bit of a base trade situation here. They start working on the probes, the pylons here to shut down production. And so far at home, just Zealots to defend. Same here. Stalker's going to go into the main, into the natural. There's just so much army supply here for Art across the map. He's going to be able to eventually clean up a lot of this army. Maybe be able to take out the natural as well. But this is looking really bad from each side. So far, both players are pretty much even in workers. Looks like Cougar is taking most of the blunt. Going to be able to take out the Dark Shrine as well, so no more DTs. Bye-bye. See you later. Still, the Pro Nexus is going to be surviving, shutting down everything that it can, even in supply at this point. Eventually, the Nexus will go down, and, you know, going to force a recall after the damage he's done. And third base, here we come. The other side, we do have another Nexus going down, so just in case, Art's going to have that extra production. Going to be fighting onto the high ground here. Never a battle you want to take, but Cybernetics core coming down, and a nice blink on top of this. The Archons can be able to do a lot of damage. There's one Immortal, but it's going to get focused down. And yeah, I don't know. I think Cougar might have done it. Some good micros coming out from both sides, but the Archons, the Sentries, I think might just be enough here. And the thing is Cougar has actually used his recall. Just now, are we seeing Art use his recall to kind of go back home, which, with this army coming across for Cougar, I mean, he's just going to have enough there to defend against this. There we go. Going to come out from behind. And, yeah. I mean, you just don't have enough. GG will be called. It looks like Alpha X is going to remain undefeated. we go, guys. GG. Well played. Let's go ahead and make it official. There we go. So, GG's. We have Alpha X continuing on the undefeated streak, currently 3-0 in this league. 3B gonna fall just short there, gonna have a 2-1 record. Still pretty good. Still early in the season, so it's anybody's game of who will end in the top, but they're not out just yet. So that should be it, guys. I thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me, to have some fun. Hope you guys did enjoy the games, and make sure if you guys haven't, hit the follow button here with the channel, so you can see more stuff coming out from Alpha X. They do all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll see Alpha X Pro Series, so make sure you guys do check that out. Check out their Facebook, their Twitter, and all that up there in the top. And get connected with the Alpha X people. They're doing some great, amazing things, so make sure you guys do that. If you guys would like to see more from me, I am Gravity620. You can follow me here on Twitch, Gravity620, or you can follow me on Twitter at RealGravity620. I'd love to get to talk with you and have some fun. Yesterday, we went to the zoo. We had some fun with the lions, the tigers, and the bears, and all that good stuff. But been trying to do a little bit more live stream, even though it's not working out. But anyways, guys, we love you, we appreciate you, and hope to see you guys again soon. Remember, when gravity hits, it all comes down. We'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.